You met the goblins here in the Rustbone tribe on level 2. You parlayed with Yek the Tall, a human man who somehow leads this pack of goblins.
And we figured out that he's a goblin.
Yeah, it was mentioned to you by Borktar that he used to be a goblin, but now he's not. You met up with Copper and Midna, who were 2 of Halleth's 3 targets. So Copper and Midna were both given like trial by combat with Halleth, and Halleth took his revenge upon the 2 of them. All that's left on his hit list is Rex the Hammer. You've also met with the Cheeky Pluckers, a group of adventurers originally from Icewind Dale who managed to accidentally travel into Undermountain from the Underdark and found a magic gate and managed to decode it enough to trigger it, and they deposited somewhere nearby on the west side of this level, and they found this goblin village, and they've been recuperating from their harrowing adventure to get here. They apparently took a lot out of them as far as battles with the drow they mentioned. One of their members is a drow who's looking to get revenge on House Alvrendar. A group of hobgoblins arrived in town while you were here, looking to recruit adventurers or goblins or whoever they would be interested to help them in their battle against House Alvrendar. Coincidentally enough.
The Legion of Azrak.
Yep, the Legion of Azrak coming from level 3. And they are still here in town. They're planning to resupply and prepare to return in 5 days. And they've invited you to come with if you would like. Otherwise, of course, you can go on your own. You guys stopped for the night here at the inn, which is essentially a big room that you could lay down your sleeping bags and all kind of camped out in one big giant space. Yeah.
And we got that new magic item.
Yeah, you got the Camper's Respite, like a magic torch that turns into a little extra dimensional 10 by 15 space that you can use for resting when you're out in the wilds. So you wake up in the morning in the big room. A lot of the people, some of the goblins and hobgoblins are still sleeping, but a lot of the people have gotten up and left the space. You see Rainier is over there sharpening his blades. Melannor's he's a half-elf, he's kind of meditating. Draken still snoring. Halleth has left the room and is, let's say he's outside the inn.
No, I'm
kind of over here in the corner. Getting eyed by this guy. What you doing? Halleth's kind of an imposing figure with his undead-looking appearance. Anyway, so eventually you all get up. Let's say you all have some rations for the morning. You have all kinds of meat stuffs and things.
As we're doing that, I say, I want to take some of my coins and put it in the party coffer. These are heavy. They add up.
All right, I'll look at you with a kind of a squint in my eye and say, I'm not a pack mule.
You have the bag of holding.
I would like to, let's see. I want to go talk to, sorry?
I was just saying, you're still in the inn right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when you come out, you want to come out now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so when you come out, you walk up the stairs into the Goblin Bazaar area. You do see Yek is sitting on this throne with a few bugbears around him and some goblin attendants, and talking to one of the hobgoblin captains in Goblinoid. What would you like to do?
I would like to speak with Yek the Tall.
Okay.
And I want to ask him if there is a money changer anywhere here that could possibly convert some funds.
Well, he kind of holds up his hand as you approach. He goes, one moment, and continues to converse with the hobgoblin for a few minutes. The hobgoblin kind of nods in agreement and wanders off. And then he goes, all right, my good fellow, my good friend, what is it? And allows you to come forward.
Yes, I was wondering if you, I mean, I know it's a stretch, but I was wondering if you might happen to have a money changer nearby, someone who could convert funds like copper to silver, stuff like that.
The only way we have of converting money is to convert money into items in the reverse.
That's what I figured. I just thought I'd take the chance.
Oh, no worries. We get adventurers coming through all the time, selling their goods, buying supplies. I'm assure you that's the best way to transfer money from one side to another.
I say you have a lot of throne.
Marvelous, isn't it? He's kind of joking.
What is it made of? Stone or obsidian?
It's a stone. Not quite as comfy as my stack of pillows, but it makes me look as regal as I can be. Given my...
Gonna put your stack of pillows on the seat?
Oh, don't worry. I have my one good one here. Give me a nice, comfy rear end.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we must be off to take care of a few matters, but we'll be back probably to...
Oh, well, before you leave, might I ask a small favor?
Okay.
You can ask.
I've been told by a couple of my attendants that one of our water gatherers has not returned from gathering water from the well. I was wondering if I might trouble you to perhaps check on them.
What well?
Where is this well? And if it's on our way, we may be able to take a glance.
Oh, I believe it's to the southwest from our camp somewhere. It's a bit of a dangerous journey, although not a far one. Just dangerous outside of our walls.
Well, if it's dangerous, now what's going to be in it for us? I believe you've already given us your most valuable item here.
That's true. I took inventory, as I often do, and you found a very good item there. Good for you. I did say you could have your pick, and I'm a man of my word. He like emphasizes that word man. He goes, very well, what I could do is offer you a lifetime discount on services rendered for this favor, as well as perhaps future favors, of 10%.
Ooh. What could we
20.
do? 20.
To a persuasion check.
Persuasion. You want to assist me on this there, Draken?
Yes, I have very good persuasion.
How would you like to assist?
Oh, I'll assist. I just rolled a natural 20, so that works.
I have +8.
He says, as long as you continue to be a friend of our Goblin Bazaar here at the Rustbone Tribe Village, 20% it is. But I warn you, if you double cross us, the discount is going to be the least of the things I take away.
I don't really go well with threats, just FYI.
Not a threat.
It kind of is a threat.
Kind of sound like a threat.
Well, it's a threat for if we do something wrong. Don't think it's funny.
Which is a threat. A threat's a threat.
Well, like I say, if you wish to be our friend, we will be yours. In any case, we would be most appreciative if you could check on our poor water gathering and
4?
he's missing
You
apparently.
said it was 4 water gatherers? Is that what you said?
4.
Our poor water gatherer.
Oh, poor. I think you said 4. How many water gatherers are there that are missing? Just one?
Just the one that I've been told of.
What kind of territory is this that their well is in?
Oh, it's just a short walk to the southwest of the tribe. We
What's so dangerous about it?
well, it's outside
you
of
said
our
there's
walls.
danger.
It's everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere outside these walls is dangerous here at Ember Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a guard with them?
Well, they go so frequently that they tend to go in pairs, but this one did not. And I fear they may have paid the price. It's a well-traveled route, not usually bereft with monsters, but there are the occasional ones.
Probably should at least have a guard set up over there if it's important to you.
That's not a bad idea.
But we'll see what we see.
I do appreciate you at least considering it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you take your leave from Yek as he continues to be fanned and fawned over. I should say. As you are heading to the south there, you do notice the cheeky pluckers, that group, they seem to be conversing together in a small crowd over here to the left side.
I go over to Hal, see what he's into.
Well, Halleth does see you coming from the inn and leaving from Yek, and he approaches and he goes, now that you're rested, are you ready to be off?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
I've been getting a lot
Let's
of
do it.
evil eyes from the bugbears around here. I think they don't like my presence. Can't say I blame them.
I think you're just a curiosity. They don't usually have people of your stature.
I can believe that. I'll wait by the
All
entrance and we'll be ready to leave when you are. He walks out.
Rainier, Melannor, y'all ready to go? We'll be back, I'm sure, but
Rainier and Melannor, they tag along with you on this journey. Rainier does say, yes, we're obviously, I'm here till as long as you guys need me. I'm a little bit worried for how long we've been down here now. We might want to check in on the surface at some point. But yeah, for sure, we're ready to go. And Melannor kind of echoes the readiness. He says, I've already sent word to the Enclave through messages and such that they know not to expect me anytime soon. So I'm all set.
Okay. Well,
we probably should check on the troll head at some point too.
technically, me and George can't be up there for more than 10 days. Of course.
Does that reset? Do we know?
I don't know.
I hope, or I don't want to go there up there until that's an emergency.
Yeah.
As you are kind of walking past the pluckers, you hear them kind of muttering to themselves and kind of looking to the south over their shoulders and such. Kind of seem a little unhappy.
What's wrong?
Let's go over there. What's up? Our new friends.
See you coming, and they brighten immediately. They welcomed your new friendship, and Fiona, she says, just ran into those rascals down there in the south. They have a really bad reputation and definitely deserve it from what I have gathered just for the short time that they've been here in town. And
Like they are rascals, or that's like their group name is the Rascals.
they call themselves the Gentlemen Rascals, if you can believe it.
What are the rascals?
And she kind of points down at the south of the tavern, and you do see this group of adventurers that are new faces, this group of 4 here on the left side of the tavern tent. They're rather imposing looking figures. They seem like they've been through quite a lot of prior adventures. They're the large plate-mailed, armored, helmeted human in the purple cape. You see another human in his green robe, and then it looks like a elf wearing these long, billowing purple robes, and then in the dark clad halfling, all at the bar and kind of drinking and kind of being quiet, not really saying much, just kind of looking around and eyeballing everybody. And Fiona goes on to describe that she went to the tavern to get a drink, as she does in the morning, and that armored buffoon just brushed right past her and knocked her drink out of her hands. Didn't even say sorry or anything. It really rubbed her the wrong way. And she recognized them with their emblems they have as being the gentleman rascals. She knows them by reputation as pretty much seeing all other adventuring parties as people to be beat. Like they're everyone else is against them. They're against the world kind of thing. No allies that they are looking for. They're looking to get what they can and move on. They seem to come here into Undermountain recently. This group of adventurers, the gentleman rascals.
They're gonna cause. I hope they don't cause any trouble.
Sounds lonely.
Although I have a feeling that they're 100% gonna cause trouble.
Well, Fiona then goes on to say, well, in any case, we were actually thinking of heading up to the surface to check out Waterdeep, since we have a few days before the Azrock warriors are heading down to their encampment. And we're hoping that we can get to Waterdeep in a couple of days and back before they leave, just to check it out. We haven't ever been down this far south before.
Well,
It's a great city.
Yeah, there's a lot of secret passages if you can find them, shortcuts to the entrance.
Good information. We'll keep that in mind. And sorry, I remember all these names. Daniel, the half-elf bard. You haven't really talked to him that much, but you kind of, we'll say that over the last night in the inn, you kind of made acquaintances. And he says, well, while we're heading up there, if you have anything you want us to take up there, any messages, anything like that, we'll be glad to carry them for you. And,
yeah, sure, that'd be great.
And Sariel, the drow, he goes, just as long as we're back before the Legion of Azrak leaves. And you can tell, you can see again, she's also still not looking like a drow anymore. She still looks like in her disguise of a regular wood elf.
Yeah, if you do make it up to the northern part of the city and you swing by the Troll School Tavern, wonder if you could bring a note to our steward there, Tony Boots.
Fiona goes, I'd be glad to. We were planning to check out your place anyway.
That'd be great. Yeah, just tell them we sent you, and we want to just get a status update, make sure everything's running smoothly, see if they need anything, and tell them we sent you, and you can drink half off.
Excellent. We'll be definitely attending your place now for sure. Fourfinger goes, Fourfinger's the gnome. He kind of claps his hands. You can see again the reason why he's called Four Fingers is he's lost a finger on both hands. He claps his hand and goes, woohoo, half off.
Okay.
And Therial, he says, if you'd like, once we receive your answer, I can cast sending and send you a message.
Okay.
That'd be great. Or if you can wait till you get back, that's fine too. If it's something urgent, definitely let me know.
Very well. We are definitely planning to be back. She looks at the others in her group and they go, don't worry, Therial, we're going to be back. I promise. Very well. And Halbert goes, hey.
So shall we go meet up with Halleth?
And Halleth is, let's see, he's down here at the entrance that he was hanging out with before. As you're passing through, how about you're going through this kind of a larger crowd here? How about you both give me some perception checks?
18.
So you guys are walking through, and even quote unquote early in the morning, it's definitely still crowded. You can imagine this Goblin Bazaar never really stops. So they might close down for a kind of a sleeping period, but doesn't seem to be on really sort of set schedule. So lots of people milling about at the food. And you see all the hobgoblins all gathered at the food tents, getting their food for the day, and seem to be buying a lot of stuff to take with them on their journey that's coming up in several days. You see people at the herbalism shop. Also, by the way, I've changed this tent to be hunting and guides. If you wanted to hire a guide, that would be something that you could do as well. But in any case, you notice a very large rat creature at the food tent. It's a giant rat, and it seems to be bipedal, like it's on its hind legs and has clothing on, so it seems to be like a rat person.
That's called a weird rat.
Splinter.
Essentially Splinter.
He's Splinter.
Right.
Yeah.
And you notice this, and you've seen enough, race variety here, that racial variety, and it's not like something that's suspicious, although it is the only were-rat that you assume this is what this is here that you've seen.
What's the frog alien guy?
That is a Kuatoa,
The Kuatoa.
like a fish person.
Oh, still weird.
But you do see this rather large bugbear giving that rat the stink eye here at the tavern. The bugbear kind of has this big mug of ale and looking over at, giving that rat a squinty eye, like kind of downs the mug and lands it real hard on the counter in front of him, and he walks forward and he comes up and shoves the rat really hard. This is a little were-rat compared to this bugbear. And the rat is like, just
I jump between them.
okay.
I'm coming too. I'm like, no, killing people.
You jump between.
Yeah.
I just,
Whoa there, friend.
The bugbear goes, "Wah," and the rat goes,
Sprink is the orcish?
"No."
Sprink is the common?
No. And he goes to, he looks past you, over your shoulder, starts barking out at this were-rat, and the were-rat at this point is backing away.
Can I hear?
I hold my hand up and say, no.
I have my goblin on that book thing, so.
The were-rat's backing away, and he finally, the bugbear it looks at you and goes, points at the were-rat and goes, "Zentarum." And the were-rat books it. And we're running this one.
I'm can I, what language are you speaking?
He's speaking Goblinoid.
Okay, well then I can hear.
You understand what he's saying.
Yeah, so
He essentially is saying to George, "It's a Zentarum,"
whoa, make sure he doesn't get away. I start running.
You're running at the Zentarum.
Just because he made a bad decision doesn't mean he's bad.
Yeah.
Like
that were-rat speed has gotten him outside of the Goblin Village already. He's back. While this conversation was happening, he was backing up.
Oh, I was going to tell Half to grab him, but I guess it's too late.
Halleth just kind of stood there while the rat goes by, and he kind of goes, he's staring at you guys. He's not even paying the rat any attention at all. The door's open, the rat scurries off.
All right.
The bugbear
He's
goes,
gone.
"Ugh." And in Goblin, you hear it goes, "Good riddance," and goes back to the bar.
All righty. No harm, no foul.
You guys are heading south?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I asked Halleth, what way is Rex? Same way as last time, so?
He goes, he kind of stands up at attention when you guys approach, and he goes, "Rex," sorry, wrong dialect.
Rex.
You taking a bugbear
No,
accent.
so many languages in my head. He goes, "Rex is to the south. I'm Batman."
He's Batman. Go on. I
All righty.
Now, I do want to ask, are you guys intending to look out for this water gatherer goblin?
If he's on our way.
If he's on our way back, I'd be more willing to make a side thing for it. But like I said, Hal is chomping at the bit.
Okay. So you guys walk past.
Maybe we might even just do Rex first, since Hal goes away after Rex. Goes away.
That's what I'm saying. Like, take care of Hallis thing, let him rest in peace, and then on our way back we can take the detour by the wells.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. So you turn your light on,
so weird when it's going through.
and you come to this crossroads. So last time you went to the east, and you ran into Midna here. You also went south here and had your trial by combat.
The duel.
With Copper. Copper's body, by the way, is gone.
Yeah, scavenged, I'm sure.
Yeah, some sort of creature somewhere has had a meal of that. You can see little bits of leather scraps and things like that. To the north, you don't know what's up there, but actually, perception checks again.
Okay.
At this point.
15.
23.
All right. Both of you can hear talking distantly from the north, but you do also hear scampering noises, almost like little claws scampering, running to the south.
Well, that's obviously the rat. But I'm more interested in what's up north. I know what's down.
You know what's down?
The rat.
Oh, the rat.
You assume what's that?
Yeah, I assume. But there's two interesting things. What do we do?
Make a decision. Can we make out any of the words? Or can we tell who's talking?
Yeah.
You can't
What
tell.
language?
It's really far away. Like the only reason you're even picking it up at all is because you rolled a 23, and you just hear. You can hear it, and it's deep sounding, like not human, we'll say, but some sort of creature race that speaks, like a goblin or a bugbear.
All right.
I like
Dragon, if you really want to hear what they're saying, you're the one with the helm of speak languages or whatever.
Okay.
Do you want to go north and we'll go on south so you can catch up?
Yeah, I think Rainier would have to come. Melannor has dark vision, I think. Rainier would have to come.
So you and Rainier?
Yeah, Rainier has no way
Split the party.
The light.
Without my obviously awesome light, apparently.
Does Melannor have dark vision?
Melannor
I know me and Halleth do.
Yeah, Melannor also.
Okay. Okay, well, be careful with that light. And me, Halleth, and Melannor will continue on south towards Rex.
I put a little cloth on it since I've been doing that a lot. So I like put a little.
Make a hooded lantern.
Yeah, like a little lantern, so it's not as obvious.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome! You had two. No, this is awesome.
That's the dim light one. Well, don't you have the option with your light spell to make it a dim light? Isn't that like I think that's part of the spell, isn't it?
It's 60 feet. It's dim like the second 30.
Yeah, but I think you can like dim it as an action.
The light sheds bright light in 20 feet and dim light for additional 20. You can color the light, by the way.
Oh.
And you can.
Oh, you should have told that.
You can cover it with something to block the light.
I see. I want to have the color be red so I can freak them out.
There you go. It's red.
Awesome. I want to freak them out.
Okay. Well, how about we start with Draken and Rainier.
Red light.
So you guys start making your way north. You start going down this passage. It's a long passage.
Oh.
It's realistic.
I'm like, no wonder we couldn't really hear it.
Yes, it was.
I have the ears of a bat.
Well, because it's such a long passage, the sound kind of echoed in a way.
Oh, okay.
But it's so far away, though, we're not able to make out any words or sounds. It's you just hear it briefly echoing. And as you go further down, Rainier going, Rainier starts saying, maybe this is really, really far.
I'm like, usually long hallways are creepy.
But eventually you do come to the end and you see a light coming from around the corner.
I have my dark red light on.
So you see there as you're approaching the corner there, you do see some light from a torch on the wall there. And as you approach, Rainier stops you, goes, maybe you should turn the light off.
Fine.
Thank you, Rainier.
Yeah, I turn it off.
Okay.
I say we can't see, but we can see the torch.
You can see the light ahead of you.
Can we stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth for Rainier and Draken.
Oh, that's not going to go well for me. I'm 5, 10.
Okay.
Can Rainier assist me while he rolls
No,
a?
he can't assist you with your stealth while he's doing his own stuff.
He got a 25. Does he cover mine?
How would he assist you anyway? Is he gonna like tiptoe for you?
Okay. He got a 25.
All right, 25 for Rainier and okay, so yeah,
I rolled up.
as you are approaching, you can hear the sounds of the voices much clearer. It's still a little bit of a distance away, but
Can I
definitely
hear it?
enough that you can understand what they're saying.
Ooh, okay, let's stay here.
Okay.
What are they saying?
Well, let's go a little bit back to George for a second.
Oh, come on. Cliffhangers, dude. Come on.
George, you're using
All right.
dark vision. So you start heading this direction with Melannor and Halleth, who also have their own dark vision.
Oh, I don't.
And while we're talking, I do want to ask Melannor, that are you aware of what's going on with Halleth and what we're doing? Because you weren't there for the last two. I want to make sure like he's on the level, knows what's up.
Melannor says, yeah, you guys kind of disappeared for a while. And then Rainier disappeared for a while as well. I believe he went down into the bathhouse. He's down there for quite a long time.
Yeah, he took a bath.
He took a very long bath.
But I made my way around the goblin camp for a few hours. I met up with Daniel. He was a nice fellow. We had a conversation. We met with the cheeky pluckers like you did. But as far as our friend Halleth here, and Halleth kind of looks at him, kind of a little low growl in his throat, and almost like involuntary, like he can't even help it. Melannor says, I think I understand a revenant and what that entails.
So you know what we're on our way to do.
We're on our way to get justice for this poor chap.
And so while we're gone, we got justice from 2 of his crewmates.
Oh, really?
And the way we
worked fast.
Yes.
We did.
Well, the way we did that was we basically let Halleth and the crewmate one-on-one. They duel it out, which is more odds than they gave him with the 3-on-1 that killed him in the first place.
Oh, I see. Well, that sounds fair. Halleth says, I agree.
Well, that's because you're winning.
I don't think this one will go the same way, though. And if you are not okay with that, I'm letting you know now in case you want to just go back and hang out at the camp.
Oh, no, these people that poor Halleth here seem to have been associated with do not seem like they're the best of folk. But we'll talk to him. We'll see what happens. Maybe he'll reveal.
I just want to give the option.
Character.
Because I've had the feeling that this one we're going to get our hands a little dirtier than the last.
Very well.
Now I want to be there.
You can always come back.
Well, I'm hoping, out of character metagaming a little bit, I'm hoping that we are done with whatever. You'll just be dashing back and catch up to us.
That's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning like start dashing after you once I know what they're doing.
All right, as you guys are.
Hope we don't run into some giant spiders or something.
Another really long hallway, as you can see here. Your dark vision catches the sight of a tunnel carved into the wall leading north. Obviously, as far as the map goes, you can kind of see it connects a little bit through here. At least it seems to.
Oh.
All right. I real quick just etch an arrow pointing the way we're going, so that Draken and Rainier will know that we're not going north.
What are you etching into and with?
I am etching into the wall with my crowbar.
Okay, so you take your crowbar, you start to hit it with your hammer, the chisel.
No, I'm just etching it out, like making a scratch.
Scratch mark.
Yeah.
Make a scratch mark. Yeah, we'll say you do that. And this tunnel opens up to the north, kind of heading that direction.
Yeah. Let's think about match up where we had already seen before.
Okay, and continue to the east. And so for the sake of expediency, I'll just kind of reveal, and when we find anything of interest, then I'll move your characters closer. So this tunnel continues.
Be a little harder to see anything of interest.
True. Your tunnel continues for a long, long ways until finally you do make it to a turn in the road.
Suspense.
Okay, we'll go back to Draken now. All right, Draken, so here you are with Rainier at this corner, and you hear voices around the corner. A bit of a distance away. It's still a good, like listening to someone across a basketball court, like a distance. And because of the echoing cave nature of the tunnel that you're in here, it's kind of echoing and bouncing around.
Well, kind of make out a conversation.
So you do recognize Goblinoid. You've been listening to it a lot lately at the Goblin camp, and essentially saying, "I'm hungry." Yeah. Me too. When we done guarding?
What are they guarding?
When Shun say we're done guarding.
Shun?
Shun mean boss.
I
Shun, don't let Shun hear you say that.
kind of like, oh. I start dashing down.
You want to look around the corner?
I like kind of do. Like,
are you looking or is Rainier looking?
I kind of rather have you.
All right, do a perception check with Rainier then. And he got a 23 on his stealth before, I believe.
He also has better perception than me. This is ridiculous.
25.
17.
He had a 25 on his stealth.
Okay.
I know.
So Rainier goes to look around the corner. And what Rainier sees, and kind of regales to you as well, is a long corridor with torches all the way down. So you're able to see quite a distance all the way down here until it gets to a doorway. And on the other side of that tunnel, you see a couple of bugbears standing in front of that entryway. And they're just standing there with their big morning stars, just kind of watching down this hallway, occasionally speaking to each other about being bored and hungry, and all this stuff, and not liking guard duty.
I start dashing down to where I think George is, and like we'll do with that later. Now that I know that there's a secret passage or something.
Okay, you want to just leave from here?
Me and Rainier start dashing to where they are.
You're gonna start running?
Yeah, like.
What was that? We'll check it out.
I do it.
We're still running, and I don't have my light
So
on.
you hear behind you
Like, how
footsteps,
fast can I run?
but you guys run.
Actually.
And you don't take your light on. So I will need you to do a dexterity check and see if you trip or fall or not in the darkness.
I was also going to say
For Rainier also.
that I have some. I dropped some ball bearings.
Okay.
A bag of ball bearings.
So you're doused the whole bag, or how many are you going to use?
100.
You're going to toss. You're going to reach in like a handful. Like say you double fisted, like 2 handfuls of ball bearings, toss them behind you as you run.
So how many would you say?
So you'll be down 100. We'll say we'll take it to 900. We'll type in 900. Okay. So that makes a loud clatter. You hear this noise, and even George hears this from from where he is.
Oh boy.
And so now Rainier and Draken make a dexterity check, please.
Check.
Straight dexterity roll.
Oh, come on. I rolled an 8.
Okay, Draken got an 8.
And Rainier got a 7. Oh, come on.
As you toss these ball bearings, you don't really pay attention to where you're tossing them, and you manage to toss them right in front of you.
What?
And you start, and you both of you fall down. Boom,
How would
boom.
I be able to do that? How is that even possible?
Meanwhile, these bugbears, we'll just say they're at the corner now, looking down the hallway. And if you were to look at them, they're looking like peering down into the darkness. They have dark vision as well.
I think they can
But
make
you
it.
guys are beyond their dark vision
I like
at this point.
I get up and start like making sure I put on my light and run.
You're gonna put
So
your light on now?
Oh.
So you turn your red light on all of a sudden, and they go, "Hey!" And they see you down the hallway with sudden light in the distance. Get on!
Why? Why? Why?
and,
So you guys are running.
and I will say as my I'm going to do an action. I'm just gonna like tidal wave.
Tidal wave.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be ridiculous. Okay, I'm just running, and if they catch up, I'm gonna attack.
They're going, "Hey, stop!" You know.
We're still running.
Yeah, you guys get here to the intersection. Which
And
way?
I know which way we go.
Which way are you going?
South,
Yeah, you keep heading south,
obviously.
and you hear behind you, "Whoa!" as they fall
I
on
dimmed
the-
the light. I dimmed the light
as
now.
they fall on the
I
ball
dimmed the
bearings.
right. I dimmed the light.
Okay, you dim the light.
And keep running. Running.
Okay, we'll say this guy eventually picks himself back up and goes back to his post.
He's like, oops.
Okay,
I
you managed to avoid disaster.
don't mean disaster, just 2 bugbears.
All right, back to,
Well, I'm pretty much there.
well, at this point, they would have gone past this, so we're going to let them go another round or say without you guys.
I'm trying to run.
George and Halleth and Melannor are heading south now, this direction. Again, it's a relatively long path. It's just these long stretches of hallway.
Oh, you heard.
And Halleth goes, "I'm sure this is the right way." So finally, another turn in the road. As you approach this corner, Draken and Rainier, you guys manage to turn this corner. And you can't see them,
I can't.
and they can't see you.
They have dark vision.
They have dark vision up
Just to 30 feet.
Yeah,
I
to
have
where
a
that
light.
line is, and your light is dimmed to about 20 feet.
No, I'm still running.
But we'll say, for the sake of this, you guys eventually
Whoa,
get
that's
together,
awesome.
cause a singularity to happen.
Ah, my eyes! My eyes!
I turn it off. Wait, no, I need this on. I make it normal light. It's normal light now. Red light is creepy.
All right. Y'all ran up here like your booties were on fire. What's up?
Bugbears guarding something, and they're not from
Yuck.
whatever his name is, and they're not from.
Okay.
Which is why
What were they guarding?
I don't know. Passage.
Who are they guarding it for?
I don't remember his name. His name was like start with Shamgar.
Shamwell,
What was his name?
would you like to do an
Samuel Gamgee?
to see if you remember
Yeah,
what the name was, like the bugbear said?
I do an intelligence check. I got an 18 with -1.
Oh, his name was Shun.
Shun. Shandudi. Shandudi.
Have we heard that name before?
No.
Melannor, have you heard that name?
I have not heard
Well,
that.
he's mean to who? To you?
No, the guards were saying that he's mean.
Oh. So they might be susceptible to some bribery or something, maybe. Interesting.
All right.
I mean,
So you guys turn this corner, and you come to a bit of a fork in the road as the tunnel heads south and then turns again, or continues to the west.
I say, I guess Halleth would know. How to connect.
Is still south of us? Aleph?
Says, no, he's to the west. We're getting closer, I think.
Let's go west then.
Place is like a maze.
I know.
Yeah, but you have a compass, so you're good. I scratch into the wall,
Why?
Okay.
the arrow that we're going. Because Haleth has a compass, and if this goes well, Haleth will be no more, and I want to be able to get back.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
it's not the same way.
I'm thinking,
So this path,
not just the hat rack.
path kind of snakes around a bit as you continue this direction.
Well, it was over there.
Eventually
Just to find out later.
heading further to the west. Long pathways on this level, it seems.
I literally shoot a firebolt to see how long it is.
Hits this wall.
Rip.
Roll a perception check, everybody.
Everybody.
I rolled a 3. I'm doing horrible.
Natural 20
Another
for
natural.
25.
All right, as the
This
firebolt
one's a legit one. That's actually a roll.
hits the wall to the south and west again, you hear that skittering noise again, seemingly picking up speed as the sudden noise alerted whatever it was.
I'm like, ooh.
Almost like there was a firebolt coming after him.
Oh.
I don't blame him. I think I'd be running too, but I just saw a firebolt come around the corner.
And the path snakes its way south
I'm
until finally turning
ready.
again to the west. You're not seeing any passages or doorways or anything off this long stretch of hallway.
I'm ready. I want to catch the skittering thing.
You run.
I am. I want to catch the
I'm
skittering
not running.
thing.
You're running on your own if you run.
Never mind.
I'll hold Rainier's hand if we need it. So he can't see.
Rainier goes, I appreciate that.
What?
This place is kind of spooky for a human like me. Again, the path just continues.
Yeah, we need some goggles of night vision or something for you.
Right.
Maybe when we get back to town, we can see if we can buy you some.
I want goggles at night. That sounds awesome.
All right, until finally, it
Well.
seems like after a long period of time,
Is
the
back
path
here.
opens up to a stairway that
Down.
is leading up.
Interesting.
It's a short stairway though.
Not
As you
to level 1.
as you look at it,
Uh,
you can see that it ends right there. Just a 15, 20 feet up at an angle.
House you choose.
Meanwhile, in this larger area to the left, you do hear some more of that skittering noise. You hear the clashing of mandibles and claws as these two reptilian-looking creatures seem to be fighting over a piece of metal in the darkness before you. They seem to be paying you no attention at the moment.
I dim my light. Actually, I pretty much turn it off and start holding someone who has dark vision hand. And like, I'm gonna do stealth.
Well, you guys have not been doing stealth this far, and at this point, they have not been really paying any attention. As you Halleth kind of creeps closer, and he goes, "A couple of rust monsters. They have some piece of equipment there they're eating and fighting over. As long as they have that thing, they're not going to pay us any attention."
Oh, they're like, let's go.
Rust monsters, that's bad for like non-magical equipment, right?
Yeah, it'll eat away pretty much anything.
Even magical equipment?
It may not damage it in the same way, but it could put a dent in it if it has prolonged exposure, we'll say.
Let's leave them alone.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Meanwhile, that skittering noise, you hear a door slam to the north.
Okay, I thought that was those.
Well, how should we go north, or we just walk by these rust monsters?
I feel Rex back behind us, so it must be north and back around.
Okay. Let's go north.
I prefer to go north.
Now, Rainier, since we are like 15, 20 feet up, can you like start checking for traps like passively?
Okay, I turn back on my light so he can see.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be checking for traps the whole time, pretty much.
All right. So Rainier, do a investigation check.
Like an overall roll.
It won't use his passive investigation.
I prefer that.
Yeah, the passive is 12, so keep that in mind.
I'm really horribly.
So you guys make it to
His passive.
kind of cross
12.
this T junction, and the path. Whoops, got a door on both sides.
Well, shoot. Can I be looking for traps? My passive is higher than 12.
Sure.
Okay. My house is
Yeah, I'm on a 15. My goodness. I'm 14. My wisdom's 15.
Okay.
All right, so behind us, so that would be east then, huh?
Halleth says yes to the east, and
All right.
he goes to approach the door, and the door is locked.
All right, Rainier. Earn your key.
Uses lock. Is there a keyhole?
Rainier looks to inspect the door, and how about you do another investigation check for the door?
Oh, come on, a 12.
Okay. So Rainier goes to inspect the door and goes, This door is locked with arcane lock spell. I can't pick it.
Does it have a key? Does it have a keyhole?
There is a keyhole, but I cannot pick this.
I try my key that I randomly got.
Roll a D100.
Well, D100? What?
It does not fit.
Why did I have to wait? Let's kick it down.
You can do an athletics check.
I'm not kicking anything with magic on it. I think it turned me into a frog or a bunny again.
No,
I'm messing with that.
I'm gonna have my mage hand slip under the door and see if we can actually unlock it or not.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see on the other side, but it is. It's locked with arcane lock, which is a magic spell that, aside from being the caster of the spell and dropping the arcane lock, you have to use like a knock spell or something of that nature to open the door.
I'd say,
All right.
pry a door open. You know how to do that.
Melannor casts Dispel Magic.
Oh, you know what? I was wrong about him not being able to pick the lock. I'm sorry.
You can pick an arcane.
It's just a higher DC.
But dispelling it also works.
Well, I picked it first. Well,
You can try to pick it. We'll say Rainier tries to pick it before we do the dispel. So try and pick the lock.
19.
19 is a failure.
What?
The
It's an
arcane
arcane lock.
increases the DC by 10, and it's already higher than 10 as it is.
That's ridiculous.
All right, so yeah, we'll go the Dispel Magic route then.
Okay, so Melannor kind of holds his druidic focus and palm forward at the door, and the door kind of shimmers for a second, and you hear this audible as it unlocks itself.
All right.
Melannor kind of looks over at Rainier, a little smug.
Rainier kind of gives him a little bow. We all have our strength.
I thought yours was picking locks.
His is doing 80 damage in one
It's
turn.
not magic locks. Okay, I can do. You give me any other kind of lock, we're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, you open the door. All right, as you open the door, you see before you this large chamber, and
Ooh.
noise as these 4 large-eyed creatures all turn and look at you as you open the door.
What are those? Would I be able to roll to see
You
what
roll
it is?
initiative.
Or can I go for the roll and know what it is?
You'd have to do, let's say, an Arcana check.
Can it? Ooh, fancy.
All right. I rolled a 12.
Anyway, Draken, you are first.
Okay.
Actually, you and Halleth both act at the same time.
Oh, who gets to go first?
I'll let you choose. You're the PC.
I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'd rather go first. Well, yeah. I'm gonna cast Storm Spear.
Storm Spear. What does that do? All right. So first one got a 10.
That doesn't make it.
Second one got a 4.
Doesn't make it.
Third one gets a 12.
Doesn't make it.
And the last one gets a 6.
Yeah, they all didn't.
So they all fail their save. So what happens to them?
They
Briefly.
They all take 2d6 bludgeoning, so they all take 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage to all.
And this is difficult to terrain.
So it's maintaining. So it's staying put. This big swirling mass of energy.
Yeah, and it just is a concentration spell for 1 minute. And creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on perception checks. Made to listen to things.
So as a bonus action on each of your turns, you cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center and attack a target
for 46.
if you hit.
Well, yeah, with a spell attack, which is plus 10. Well, actually, I'm going to hit one of those things.
All right, so that's your action. Cool. You use a spell slot.
Can you use that bonus action now to hit one of the bolt of lightning?
And since it's Storm Spear, so then I'm going to make a bolt of lightning and hit that one that's in the light.
The first one.
Yeah.
All right.
So I got
roll a spell attack. So roll d20 plus 10 with your spell attack.
24.
24 definitely hits. So roll the damage.
I do, and since this is lightning damage, it's plus 4, so 15 damage.
15 damage as a lightning bolt. As this, first of all, Draken points.
Oh, and difficult to terrain within it.
And his big ball of swirling wind and lightning spirals into this existence in this room. All the creatures there go as they're getting thrown around and beaten around with this wind. And all of a sudden, lightning strikes the first one. This big giant eye goes as it gets hit.
And I would like to say that the strength check for the 2d6 damage is only when you do it. You can now enter it and stuff, and not have.
It's still difficult terrain.
Yeah, it's definitely still difficult to terrain though.
So it is now Halleth's turn. He's going to take a long 10-foot reach swing with his glaive.
I'm only gonna die before we get to go.
With a 16 to hit, which just hits.
Oh, these things are hard to hit.
16 is not that big of a deal over a 9 level.
I have plus 10, so
So
yeah.
7 points of damage.
Exactly, that's what I say.
First.
Roll 6 and you're good.
Now it's the creature's turn, the one that you guys are beating up on. However, you'll notice this creature, as well as the other 3 creatures, all go, magic, magic, magic. And they all just kind of bow and start doing so, bowing motion toward the Dragonborn who cast this spell. And they all seem to be essentially in awe of this spell and are no longer wishing to fight.
I wish I could move the storm. I stopped hitting them.
Yeah, you can drop it if you want.
Okay, yeah, I drop it.
Okay, so you drop the storm spear.
Well, I don't exactly want to do that. I'm going to keep difficulty terrain, just in case that's why, because the storm spear is still there. But I'm not going to hit anything else.
Okay, so these creatures all spend their turns essentially bowing and we're not worthy to the Draken. And it is Melannor's turn at this
I'm
point.
like, what?
It's essentially Melannor's reaction too. What?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess if we don't have to fight, we just don't fight.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Okay. So
I'll hold my action.
okay, Melannor holds his action. Do you want to move?
If move Melannor up just like out of the doorway and like north in this little corner. And he's gonna hold his action in case they become aggressive.
All right, the next is George's turn.
All right, I'll come through the doorway. 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll stand over here.
All right,
and hold my action in case they become aggressive.
Rainier's turn.
Oh, I get Rainier's gonna do what everybody else is doing.
You know, stay right there.
Yeah. So next would be my turn.
Well, the fourth creature, it's his turn now, but he's also kind of placating himself as the wind whips around this room. You see all their little spiny tendrils kind of whipping around in the air, and their eyes kind of getting all dry. Well, the eyes, they have one big giant eye on their face, but it's like blinking.
I kind of dropped the spell.
All right, so it's going to be Draken's turn. So Draken, you choose to drop the spell.
Yeah.
All right, the wind dies down. Draken, you move forward.
Yeah, do they have any reaction to this?
They all just continue to magic user. We're not worthy of your presence.
What are these things?
What would have to roll and know what they are?
I think you already tried that.
Wait, I'm asking, what are you? They need to talk. Let's just ask them.
You can talk. What exactly are you?
We are failures. Failures. Not like you, master of the
You
Arcane.
failed at magic?
We tried to be apprentices, but we failed.
Apprentices to who?
Who else? Halleth the Black Cloak.
Alice?
Alistair.
I'm sorry you failed.
Oh.
Did you used to be people?
That is one. Yes. Used to be. Now we are here. All right. So these creatures, they kind of part for you, Draken, as you start striding through.
Oh, and one more question. What exactly were you turned into? I don't exactly know what your new form
You
is.
kind of back up as you walk past them, and again, just kind of seemingly in awe as you go by of your mastery over magic. Because we are the Nautics.
Good to know.
What are your names? Do you remember anything about your human life?
Names? They look at each other. We probably once had names. We don't remember.
So what do you do now? You just sit in this room all the time?
We contemplate our failure. Perhaps one day we can perform some sort of magic to get mercy.
Well, how much magic would you have to perform? Like, what was just a cantrip you need to cast? Like, because cantrips are pretty easy.
We no longer have the ability to tap into the weave. Not like you.
What if you had like a magic item that could do it? Would that count?
I doubt the Mad Mage is so easily tricked.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Well, I will definitely remember you if we are able to turn you back.
Yeah, is there anything we can do for you guys?
Perhaps another spell next time you come by, just so we can bask in its glory.
Okay. I'll try not to hit you
We
next time.
can do that.
Always a pleasure. A pleasure.
Okay.
And then as you start to all kind of awkwardly walk through, then they all just, their big giant eyes is looking at you. And one of them says, "The seed shall bear bitter fruit. Already we can see it in you."
Huh?
What does that mean?
And who? Draken?
All of you, all of us, we're all connected.
Oh.
Okay.
And you can kind of glean here that these folks have been driven quite mad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got that.
I'm like,
Halleth goes,
okay.
"Fine," and he walks through.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I leave.
But if you think that's cool, I cause the door that we came through to close and create tremors in the ground.
Oh, magic. Magic.
Yeah. Thought you'd like that. Go through.
I leave.
That's thaumaturgy. Finally used it.
Melannor just kind of, with a little flick of his wrist, of a little druidic cantrip as you pass through, and they all just kind of scramble after it.
Okay, weird.
That's sad.
Yeah, that and I'm definitely going to remember them if we eventually ever beat the Mad Mage. I'm not saying this out loud. If we ever like beat the Mad Mage, I'm hoping we can turn them back.
So as you cross through,
That was very awkward.
you come upon a large chamber here and a wall of bone.
Wow.
Who's this Rex guy again? I mean, he's just a fighter, right? How, like, where are you getting us into here? It's starting to be creepy.
Yeah.
He says, "Perhaps Rex took a different direction than we did."
And yeah,
You don't feel him this way?
I do. He's getting very close.
Well, I think he did. I think he killed all those things.
Beyond this wall of dead.
I think he killed those things, or something, or cursed.
Alrighty.
I'm like, wait.
So in front of you is an 8-foot high, 2-foot thick wall of skeletons and rusty armor, and it stretches all the way across the room.
I like firebolt it.
Hold on a second before you do anything rash.
Okay.
This room is 10 feet tall, 10-foot tall ceilings, and the wall goes up 8 foot tall. So there's a 2-foot gap between the top of this wall of skeletons and armor crisscrossing across the room, between the gap in the ceiling and this wall of bone.
Magic, no, not my, Mage hand starts pulling bones out
Now
to
you
make
could
it collapse.
potentially climb over.
No, that'd be gross. Mage hand starts pulling bones out.
Yeah, that'd be gross. Let's do this instead.
How long are you going to do this for?
Well,
These bones are all like rib bones and spines and such, all just kind of interwoven together. It's going to take you a good amount of time to work your way through this.
We can't just knock it over.
Sure, you can try.
Yeah, let's just
Do an
ram it.
athletics check for me.
ugh.
Ramming speed.
I got a 12.
I got an natural 20.
I like.
Another natural 20.
Yeah, no. And you crash through.
So 29.
Okay,
So with you put your shield up and you give yourself a bit of a running start. There's a huge crash of bone and metal as it just splinters around you and just crashes all over the place. Just bones everywhere.
I presentation myself.
I gesture to Halleth after you.
And Halleth says, "Nice."
I go ahead and presentation myself.
Okay, you're not dirty or anything. This is dusty old bones. All right, at this point, Halleth kind of
I already got dead little germs around me.
And he goes, "I'm not sure which direction to go. It's east. That's all I know."
That's not helpful. I think we should go the east way. Is it like northeast or just east?
East.
All right, well, let's try this bottom passage here then.
Yeah.
All right, we start heading this direction. Strides forward, goes, "It's so close. I can almost taste it." And he starts heading north this way.
Okay, I'm like, okay. I like start.
Gross, but okay.
I'm like, okay, you're weird. You're baby, I want you.
Okay, at this point, you can start to hear the sounds of battle happening.
Battle? What?
You can hear swords clanging.
Maybe he's dead.
Grunts and
maybe he's already dead.
I think Halleth would know. I think Halleth would know if he was already dead.
Halleth starts quickening his step. He goes, "No, it must be me." All right, you guys start rushing down this hallway. Halleth's staying quite far in front. And you come around this large hallway, and you start to see some lights coming from this chamber around the corner, and the sounds of battle are getting much louder.
Can I undo my light then? When we get over to it?
Okay. As you go around the corner, you observe what's happening.
Halleth will keep going.
Halleth is in front. So in this room, it's a large chamber. You see in the middle of the room a lantern that's casting lights, lighting the room. You see several mine carts in this area, and fighting in the corner is two more of these Nautics creatures and a large spiny creature with a halberd, all ganging up on this large armored human. And Halleth.
Rex, I presume.
Say again?
Said Rex, I presume.
Halleth goes, "Rex!"
Oh my goodness.
What's this other guy look like? This guy?
It is a spiny insectoid creature. It has four arms, two legs, all with like claws, and he's got a hard chitinous shell. You've got these two large yellow eyes, and he's holding a three-pronged trident sort of weapon. And it is trying to stab into Rex, the hammer.
Right.
Who's been back.
Say, Draken, show the Nautics some magic.
I know, that's why
Distract them.
I cast Firebolt right between them.
All right, I rolled a 17 for initiative. Melannor rolls a 12.
I rolled a 9 and Rainier rolled a 17. I got a 9, but do I get to do my cantrip thing first? Distract the two necrotic eyeball things?
We'll say you launched the cantrip, but these particular Nautics seem to be distracted by the battle happening.
Well, I do it between them.
Yeah, they don't seem to pay it much mind.
Oh.
So first act is going to be one of these Nautics. And the Nauthic seems to be not really paying you guys much mind at all as he rushes forward on Rex and attempts to hit him with a claw attack. Natural 1. He misses completely. And now, George, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to run up, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I could get to about there.
Okay.
And I am going to cast my Thaumaturgy cantrip, make my voice boom 3 times as loud as normal, and say, "Cease this fighting!"
Your voice just booms out. You see the dust in the air, the ground around you just kind of poof from the sound of your. And the Nauthic back here does kind of flinch, at this. The big spiny devil creature seems to look at you and make this noise. And Rex goes, "I can handle this. It's fine. Don't worry." But you see he's got gashes and he's bleeding pretty profusely.
Do these other 3 look damaged? Does that weird bug thing look damaged?
It looks like it might have had some damage.
All right. I cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
It's a 14 wisdom save.
All right. He rolled a 5.
All right. So he takes the
Oh, wait. No.
2d12.
Hold on a second. He has advantage on this.
Oh.
Natural 1 in the second one. So 5 it is.
All right. So since he was damaged, he takes 2d12 damage. So that's 21 points of damage.
All right.
Giant bell leans down that bug. Boom!
He kind of reaches up with. He has 4 arms, so 2 arms reach up and grab like where his ears would be, while the other 2 hold the trident.
I said stop, because my voice is still 3 times as loud because it lasts a minute.
All right. Rainier's
That's a big
turn.
ouchie.
Joey, Rainier's turn.
Oh, Rainier? Rainier comes over, if he can make it over. We just
He's over there. That's 30 feet. If he can dash if he'd like, or
he'll go ahead and dash
okay, where's he going?
onto the buggy creature. I think I'll let her have that dead. And then he gets an extra attack as a bonus action, apparently.
That's only if you did a first attack.
Oh.
If you do an attack action, you can do a bonus action, another attack. So, but he's up in this thing's face now.
Oh, well, never mind. I didn't know that was how it worked.
Okay, so not dashing.
Yeah, so he's just gonna be there, I guess.
All right. Next, it's Rex's turn. So Rex the Hammer, he's going to attempt to make a multi-attack with his greatsword against one of these Nauthic creatures.
I was more worried about the bug thing.
Yeah. First attack is a natural 20.
No, don't kill it. I don't want the Nauthic creature to die. On my turn, I'm going
At this point, from talking to those other Nautics, I think it might be a mercy.
All right, so it's 17 damage for the first strike with the great sword. He's going to do another swing.
still. I want to help. I want to save them eventually.
This time he rolled a 16 to hit, which does hit. There's another 11 points of damage with that one. And the third swing. Now the natural 20. Wow.
No.
And he manages to hit him for another 17 points of damage, decapitating the Nautic's head completely.
Bye-bye,
He goes,
Nautic.
whoosh, and just first slice just cuts him from shoulder down to half chest. This big gaping wound here. Second slice rips off the arm completely, and the third slice rips around, whoosh, head clean off. And that Nautic is dead.
I say, I like the knock.
Safe travels, friend.
And then as his bonus action, that was his attack actions that he
May you
had.
find success in the afterlife.
He uses his second wind and regains some health.
Well, that's pretty good.
Next, it's Melanor's turn. Uncle Ben.
Alrighty, Melannor is going to produce flame.
Okay.
55
feet away is larger creature.
Yeah, let's go see at the range of the 30 feet or what. 30 feet. Okay, so he's going to move up to about 25 feet to where he's 30 feet away from that bug.
Right, that'll do it. Give me next to George.
All right. And that's a 12.
That will not hit.
All right, let's try it again. That's a 21.
That one does hit. So the first fire produced flame fireball lobs across and strikes harmlessly against the wall behind the creature, while the second one lashes against its back.
For 12 points of burning damage.
Okay.
But is he fighting the Nautic or the evil bug?
The bug. The weird bug thing.
The flame cascades across its hard chitinous shell on his back, and he just kind of basically not much mind. Right? Right?
That's his turn. Yep.
Draken's turn.
I'm still standing here. I come up to the crowd, see if I can get to a spot where I can cast anything.
You can move one more square from here if you want to move any closer.
Don't need to. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Hypnotic pattern.
It's a
30-foot
cube of like twisting pattern colors, and then everybody makes it.
16 wisdom saves. Looks like.
And they
Are you including Rex in this?
If I can, no. If I can, yeah.
Let's see. The other Nautics gets an 11.
So he's pretty much they turn to drone zombies. They just don't do anything.
The larger creature rolled a natural 1.
Yes, that's what I wanted to freeze.
And then Rex. Actually, no, the larger creature has advantage. I forgot. Rex rolled a 5.
Rex didn't exactly want to hypnotize.
The other creature rolled 2 natural 1s.
Nice.
For his advantage. So what does this do exactly? I forget.
They are charmed for a minute, but they don't follow my control. They just don't do anything. They just stand there. I did it to the goblins, and they just. All
right. So as Draken unleashes this hypnotic pattern of lights around all 3 of the individuals fighting in the corner, all 3 kind of go blank for a moment, and they all kind of just hold their weapons at the ready, but no longer move and just kind of stare at each other
and
blankly.
I tell Halleth, I'm hoping we can try to do that fair thing again.
I'm not.
Fair thing?
The fair thing that we did with the other 2.
Oh, fair thing. The duel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he said bear thing. I'm like, what bear?
Right, a spell ends.
Alrighty.
If the creature takes damage or someone uses an action to shake the creature out of their stupor.
Oh, well, I guess House will give Rex some damage.
Okay, well, the Nautic's turn is next. It just kind of stands there for a moment. Its eye just his big giant eye just kind of drooping slightly, and his head kind of cocked to the side a little. And then it's Halleth's turn. Halleth strives forward.
And he just paints the head.
Halleth, don't you want a glorious battle, or you want to just strike a man when he's down?
I'll take what I can get. And he hits with advantage.
Oh,
You can get a glorious battle.
Glory.
Stop it.
He rolled a...
Have a noble death. Be as noble in death as you were in life. Come on.
He did a 19 plus 9 to hit.
Halleth. Come on, man. Last one.
9 damage to Rex, who then snaps out of the stupor.
Yes. By a big zombie in his face.
So Rex goes, whoa, and Whoa! Halleth is right up in his face all of a sudden with this glaive. Actually, Halleth wouldn't have gone quite so far. I can see a 10-foot reach from that glaive. He would have been right down here. And he goes, "Oh! Is that Halleth? Is that you?" And Halleth goes, "Vengeance is at hand." Okay.
Eastern cuckoo.
Next, it is the larger creature's turn, who is just kind of staring there blankly at the two of you. So Halleth and Rex. And now it's the top of the round. It is George's turn.
George, you can get
All right.
what you need.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I got just a room get between Halleth and Rex.
You're
All
gonna
right.
kill yourself.
And
Rush up between them and put your arms out, I guess.
yeah, put shield up, arm out, and say, "We can do this fairly, Halleth. You know we can. We've already done it twice. We could do it this last time. Come on."
Rex goes, "Do what fairly? Who are you people? What is he? What is what? He's dead."
I'll get to you in a minute. Come on, Halleth. Be noble like I know you are. You were a cleric of Torm?
Joaquin.
Joaquin. You were a cleric of Joaquin.
Do a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
His Corey is right there. He's right there.
Can I help?
He's right there.
Am I able to assist?
11. Oh, at the disadvantage. Hold on, let me roll again. See if I get worse. Yeah, I got worse. 5.
I want to assist.
Halleth just kind of seeds there. The DC was 10. So he holds his glaive at the ready and says, "I suppose we should deal with that first." And he points at the creature who's just kind of clattering his little mandibles there. You can see it's this large bug-eyed, chitinous, almost insectoid-looking creature just kind of standing there. His large, yellow, glassy eyes. You can't really see where they're looking, but you assume they must be looking blankly at what's going on in front of them.
I will say
All right,
that
we'll deal with that first then.
not in game. I was gonna say let Hal do that by himself so that we can try to get Rex enough for a duel. Well, Hal's doing that.
Now, George, that's your turn. Rainier's turn. Okay.
I haven't made an action though.
Your action was the persuade.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Can I do a bonus action?
What would you like to do?
I want to do Toll the Dead on the bug again.
Okay. He rolled a 15.
But it didn't work.
So he does not take any damage, so he remains in a stupor.
I have
Yep.
a question.
What's your question?
Oh, does Hal count as a monster or a human?
He would be more monstrous. Why?
Because whole person or whole monster are very different.
Yeah.
One's a level 5.
But
one's a
he's-
level 2.
We would say a whole person could work for Hal.
Okay. So that's at level 2. Spell.
Rainier's turn now.
5. Oh, Rainier.
Put me in, coach.
Rainier kind of get in between Rex, trying to make sure he has a fair duel like the rest of them.
You get between the large creature and Rex.
From what he knows.
And now Rex is feeling a bit cornered, especially now.
Yeah, he is.
And
Rainier says,
he says, "Who are you people?
Rainier says,
Why are you helping that thing?"
Rainier says that Rainier kind of tells as much of the story as he can.
Well, this hypnotic pattern, how long does it last?
1 minute.
So how long is Rainier talking?
Well, he's going to talk for as long as his round is.
6 seconds.
Oh, and then he doesn't say anything. He just like kind of does that and like just like all he says is like, "I'm helping you."
Do you want to attack the creature?
I'm kind of trying to keep it alive as long as I can so Rex can get away and have a fair duel or something.
Okay, so you're holding an action.
Is talking a free action?
It depends on what you say. If you talk too much, no.
Well,
Well, I'm saying like could we be talking to Rex while other people are taking their turns?
Potentially for a 6-second little burst here and there,
well, Dan Rainier kind of goes through the story as other people take their turns.
Okay. It is Rex's turn at this point. And Rex is going to attempt to move away. He's going to try and go this way.
I tell him to stop, or I'm going to use my attack of opportunity.
All right. He'll stop, but he will brandish his weapon, the great sword that he has. And his large plate armor. He's a very large human. Bigger than...
I'm a very large half-orc. I'm still very large.
It was like...
I'm not intimidated.
A mountain from from Game of Thrones.
I'm not intimidated.
And he kind of looks at you, big stick neck, and goes, "That thing is dead. This thing here is this creature, this monster, attacked me while I stood up camp. I am the victim here. You people should be helping me."
Oh my goodness.
We're helping justice.
All right, that's Rex.
And we're going to take care of this creature for you. And then you and Halleth can have a duel and fight it out, or you can fight all of us. It is your choice. Rex.
All right, you say that, then it's Melannor's turn.
What did it take so long to be my
I said that in 6 seconds. That was 6 seconds.
Yep, and now it's Melannor's turn.
Oh, no, I'm Melannor. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Melannor is going to cast Frostbite on the bug.
All right.
That's a Constitution save of 13.
All right, he got a 15.
All right, so that didn't work. Then I will do. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Another Constitution save.
Natural 20.
That definitely didn't work. Okay, that's his turn.
Draken's turn.
Okay. Draken. He's all with the justice thing, but I think that Rex's first one is that can be 100% fair.
Here's what Draken doing.
He's
He's thinking.
No, I'm gonna see if I.
The mouse found some cheese. Wheels were spinning.
Well, we can't really do it right now, but I'm just gonna like kind of block. Try to block Hal from Rex right now. Whatever way I can.
In what way are you going to do this? That's up to you to determine.
Block. I'm gonna go. We go like here or here.
You're gonna move.
Yeah.
You go there or here, right here next to the big bug creature.
That's gross.
Boy, Rex is feeling really trapped now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, and I go ahead and that's my cantrip. I'm just gonna. Technically, if we actually finally hit this thing, doesn't it
It will wake up.
will wake up? Oh,
Just like Rex did.
does it look weaker?
It looks pretty. It's not halfway. We'll say he's damaged, but not drastically so. The Nautics still standing there. Halleth saying, "Are we all just going to stand here?"
Well, I do stay on my turn. I was hoping we could have another fair.
I know what you're hoping.
Mhm.
George's turn.
Fine.
All right. Hal, if you'll just back up and let us deal with this bug, then y'all can get onto your duel and you can be at peace. We just got to finish this thing first. That's it.
All right, then. He's going to actually
All right.
use his turn and go attack the creature. Unless you'd rather.
That was my turn.
It is your turn, but it was Halleth's turn just a moment ago. And he didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. He could.
But
Yeah, you can go ahead then.
He can go and take a swing at this thing at your command, and then it can be your turn. Is that what you want to do?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So Halleth then will reach over and touch someone. 23 to hit. Definitely works. and does 13 points of damage to the creature, which of course blinks a few times and slacking his mandibles as it becomes awakened.
Rainier has saved his action.
What was it?
It was a dagger attack.
Did you ever say this?
Yeah.
I don't remember you saying that.
I never heard it. I never heard it.
You didn't
I
say
thought
that.
I said it.
You have to say it.
Oh, why wouldn't
All right, George.
I? Aw.
All right. I'll just take a step up
Stepping over the dead
to
Nautics.
this thing. Yes, unfortunately. Poor guy. And I am going to attack 14.
That misses.
I'm going to try it again. My second attack. 20, not natural.
That does hit.
And I'm going to Divine Smite. So my regular attack does 7. And then my Divine Smite. Is this thing a fiend?
As you connect, you do feel the increased strength of your attack as this thing is a fiend.
Yay! That gives me an extra D8. So that's 2D8 plus 1D8. So 3D8. Let's see how my D8s.
I was starting to think we weren't gonna make it to this guy this session. Taking forever to get to him.
All right, so that's 13 points of divine damage.
All right, the creature goes out as this bright, glowing hammer strike cracks its shell.
All right, and then I'm going to Toll the Dead. So Wisdom save 14.
He got a 17.
All right, then. That is my turn.
Okay, next it is Rainier's turn. Rainier, you're now by this creature who's come awake.
He stabs it.
Stabby stab. You have sneak attack with adjacent ally.
23. Then, well,
hit?
yeah, 23. The 7 plus. So he does 34 damage.
27 additional damage.
Yeah.
Right, you go in and you just right where George just cracked that shell, you stab right in with your daggers. And you have a bonus action attack now. That's not sneak attack that you can do. You have to roll the hit first.
Oh, yeah. 15.
That misses.
Ah.
So the second swing glances off of the shell and doesn't quite make a purchase. It is now Rex's turn. And Rex is going to move
Towards the guy who wants to kill him.
this direction and fades away. No, I gotta just
Fades away.
Halleth, sensing Rex leaving this fight, does take his reaction to attack of opportunity against Rex. He rolls an 18 to hit Rex, which just hits. He goes, "Where do you think you're going?" The 7 damage to Rex.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my.
Rex is going to dash.
I'm gonna use my hold person on Rex.
It's not your turn.
I saved. Oh wait, no, I didn't save it. Never mind. I shoot him.
It's not your turn.
I saved a bonus action.
You said you didn't save a bonus action.
I said I didn't save the whole person.
I know. You said, "I'm not going to do anything." That's what you said.
Oh. I'm very bad at this. I'm very bad at communication.
It is now Melannor's turn as Rex rushes by him after taking that swing from the glaive from Halleth. And Halleth's going, "No!"
All right.
Stop
Can Melannor do an attack opportunity or?
Yeah, he goes right past him. So if he wants to take a swing at him,
Let's see. I believe he has. Yes, he's a warcaster, so he can use his opportunity attack to cast a spell.
okay.
Let's see what he's got here. Hold on.
Does it have to be a certain spell strength, or
Just one action. It has to take one action to do. He's a warcaster, so you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action and targets only that creature.
Okay.
Let's try to do Entangle.
Okay. So we'll put him back here then, but if it fails, he'll be back up there.
All right, yeah, let's try Entangle. That's a strength save of 13. So hopefully this guy rolls low.
He rolled a 17 plus 5.
Yeah, okay, so let's see.
So he, as the vines come out of the ground trying to trip him up, he just kind of rips out of them as he rushes by.
But it does make the terrain difficult terrain.
Okay, so he'll go half the distance.
And now, since that didn't work, let's see. Let's use that spell slot. And since it's his turn now, right?
It is his turn now, yeah.
I thought
Okay.
you get a whole turn from that.
In that case, I'm going to cast Wall of Stone
Okay.
right there.
Nice. So, all the stone blocks the only out of this room.
Oh, that's
And Melannor says, "You're not leaving till we're all leaving, friends." Mex goes, "No." And Halleth goes, "Ah, ha, ha, ha." He's kind of broke
All right.
he has.
he does.
So
He's
now-
action and a move, I think.
Now he's got his bonus action.
Still got the Nautics and the other creature to the south.
I want the Nautics to live.
Yeah.
Nautics.
All right, let's do Frostbite at this creature.
The big one.
So Constitution 13. Saving throw.
All right, you got 20. Not natural.
All right, so nothing happens then. All right, that's his turn.
All right, next is Draken.
Okay.
You're right there by this big giant bug fiend creature as his forearms kind of attacking his mandibles and being gross.
I shoot it with the whistle.
Which bolt? Okay. Which bolt?
I love 1.
You missed.
I
You're so close to this thing, you just kind of and right straight up into the air, knocking out a couple stones in the ceiling, and one of them lands on you
what?
and does 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it bonks you in the head.
Ow! Well, I'm gonna shock and grasp this guy. Natural 20.
There you go.
Boom. What is it like doubles the amount of dice it does? The 23 plus the 27 damage with a cantrip. With a nat.
All right. So you reach out and grasp him with your hand, and it feels all slimy and kind of and hard shell,
Ugh.
and you see like the blood, greenish blue blood oozing out of its wounds, and you like grit your teeth and unleash the lightning through your hand and grasp and shock this thing.
Do I kill it?
It is not dead.
Oh god, it's so huge.
Now it's the Nautics' turn. It just kind of goes, looking at you. Oh, actually, make a Constitution save from that
Oh,
stone
it's
to the
like-
head you took.
Ow.
Save. Constitution save. Save.
16.
Okay. You maintain concentration on the hypnotic pattern. That's currently affecting the Nautics. Halleth's turn. Halleth immediately breaks away from this,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
God.
going through the difficult terrain. He can't quite make it. And so he's going to
Dash is gonna frown that guy.
he is going to use his vengeful glare, which it can target a creature that he has sworn vengeance against, and that target must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. So let's see. You guys have never seen this happen because we've always been doing these little duels and stuff.
What does this do? Kill him?
The first one is a failure, but he does have Indomitable, which he can re-roll a failed saving throw. He's going to try again.
Oh man, I don't even know what's going on.
That time he succeeded, so that did not succeed. And so it did not succeed. So the champion no longer does not get paralyzed.
Oh man!
In fear. Halleth just kind of gives him a look, but it's to Rex's back because Rex was running away. So now it is the big creature's turn. He gets to act. Seeing how it's in a very not a very good position, it kind of and gone, teleports away.
I thought teleporting was disabled in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
You thought that?
What?
Oh, I see. It's only when it's convenient.
And it teleports to there. It goes 60 feet away and pops up again, right outside this stone wall here. Actually, it's going to be about right there. And it's going to make a trident attack against Rex.
Okay, that guy's insane. He's still trying. 2 people are trying to kill Rex. This is like really not good for him.
Natural 20.
He just died.
So it's going to be 14 damage. That is its turn. It's going to now be George's turn. So George, you now are facing the empty space that this fiendish creature teleported away from. And you think to yourself, that darn Hallester. and you see the kind of stupid Nautic there kind of staring at you blankly. And
I say.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's see what I can do then. Because he's too far away now. Okay. I'm going to take my 30 feet up towards the bug.
Okay. Well, this is different terrain through here, so you're actually about.
Yes, that's probably about as far as I can go. That's fine. Okay. I am going to turn the faithless.
What does that do?
That is my Paladin channel divinity spell. As an action, I present my holy symbol, which I believe at this point is my hammer. And each fae or fiend within 30 feet of me that can hear me must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. On a failure, the creature is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Turn? What does that mean?
Have to run. Turn tail and run.
Well, it's gonna run into a wall.
Basically, it means he won't be able to attack Rex.
All right. It rolled a 19.
Okay. In that case, since that didn't work, wasted my channel divinity, toll the dead. Another wisdom save 14.
All right, that one, he rolled a 14.
So nothing happened then?
That means he passed. Yep.
Yeah. I tried. All right, that's my turn.
All right, Rainier's turn. He's way down here. He's like, wait, what? What's he doing, Joey?
Oh, Rainier is gonna like, what in the world is going on, and like just kind of follow what everybody else is doing.
We got a little traffic light thing going.
Yeah, really. So we'll get there for 30 seconds. You want to dash or?
He's gonna dash.
You want to leap over this?
Well, actually, what is in that?
That is. You're gonna take a look now.
What is this?
Yes.
This is a mine cart, and
Well,
it
what's
seems
in
to be filled with ore.
Awesome. What type?
You don't know.
Can I roll for it?
This will be your turn. This will be action.
You can't do anything.
So you're gonna spend your action inspecting.
Takes an
this.
action, sit there thinking about
You
what
get
is this? Let me
mine cart
inspect
and
it.
go, ooh, shiny. And and you find copper ore here in this mine cart.
Oh, shiny.
Okay, that's your turn.
Okay.
Now it's Rex's turn. So Rex
Rex
is feeling quite helpless.
Rex is going to die.
He turns this way and runs. Just to there. And he's going to reach into a pouch and pop out a healing potion.
Oh yeah, he's better.
He heals for 12. Okay. And let's see. He's going to break out his short bow and attack.
Fiend.
He's going to attack Halleth.
Oh. The Fiend is hit him, but Halleth is after him.
He's more afraid of Halleth at this point than the Fiend. He rolled a 4, plus 6 to a hit, but it's doesn't hit. So this crossbow bolt goes by, and all 4 of you in a row there feel it whiz between your teeth, right past George's ear, ricocheting off the wall. As Rex goes, "You people are all insane!" He kind of backs up against this
What's in
mine cart.
I guess I want to be able to see. I thought there was topaz in that one. That would be awesome.
That is his turn. Next, it is Melannor's turn.
All right, Melannor. Let's see what you're gonna do, Melannor. Okay, Frostbite, Constitution, save. He's got to roll low at one point.
He has advantage in all saves by his wisdom.
Wow.
That time, though, he rolled double 5s. And so,
Yay.
12 Constitution. No, sorry, 13.
So he takes 3d6 of ice damage, or cold damage. Yeah, cold damage for 11 points.
Okay.
And he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Right? Good enough. Melannor goes,
And
Melannor goes, finally.
And now let's do it again.
Okay.
So same thing, Constitution save 13.
That time he got a 17 plus 3, so non-natural 20.
Yeah, so they only worked the one time.
Did you want
But
to
still,
move?
he still has the disadvantage.
Yeah.
As his numbing frost and starts creeping over this bug.
Yeah, the trident kind of covered in frost. Does Melannor want to move any?
Yeah, let's just back up a little bit here. Like 15 feet.
Yeah, getting out of the
that's
conga
good.
behind he's in. All right, Draken, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're way down here.
I'm gonna
The Nautics kind of looks at you blankly.
I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. I think I'm gonna try to get to where I can see the Fiend thing.
You can see it right now. This room is lit well enough.
I want to do it so I can shoot in a straight line and not hit anybody else.
Go to there.
I was hoping for Melannor used to be. That'd be a way easier to shoot. Oh, okay. I'm gonna shoot lightning bolt.
Lightning bolts. That's a dexterity save, right?
Well, have to if you're not. So yeah.
All right, it rolled a 14.
Takes 29 damage.
So as Draken rushes to the side, he lets loose a lightning bolt, brightens up the room quite nicely as the fiend across the way explodes in a shower of sparks and shell and
Aha!
to the ground.
I say, duel!
Okay.
You have a bonus action. The combat's technically still going, with the Nautics and Rex still being in a combative state.
I'm gonna try to like.
You can drop the hypnotic pattern on the creature if you want.
I want to try to like drop it and make it not go to Rex and make Rex not go to it.
So you drop a hypnotic pad on the Nautic. At this point, it is the Nautic's turn.
Okay.
And the Nautic kind of, you can see its eye, it was kind of this sickly green color, now has turned yellow. As the fiend has died, it becomes a bit more humbled in its stance.
Oh, the fiend.
And the fiend seemed to have some sort of control over these two Nautics. And it does go, and it kind of looks down at its friend and goes, oh, and kind of goes to inspect his friend's body. It kind of bends down and goes, oh, not knowing what to do with his mutilated buddy on the ground. Halleth's turn.
Come on.
Halleth drives still.
So I knew that was going to happen.
Can we please just do the duel? Halleth,
I'm doing it.
it needs to be fair. He needs a chance to know what's going on. Let him know your story.
He knows my story. He wrote it.
Let it be just.
Rex goes, get away from me, you creature of darkness.
Let it be just.
Just.
At this point, Halleth has successfully been persuaded by you so many times. He is willing to go along with this. And he holds his weapon there in front of Rex, menacingly goes, if you move, you're dead. And
Okay.
at this point, it is George's turn. Rex, great sword in hand, is not exactly thrilled about the circumstances and may want to attack on his turn. You get the feeling. So,
Okay.
Get over there.
I'm going to walk over close by to like there. Or there, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. And I'm talking to Rex now and saying, look, I can patch you up and you can duel Halleth at full health, and whoever wins, wins. Or you could try to fight all of us in your current state.
he says, you'll patch me up, you'll heal me.
And then you duel. Duel.
He kind of, he's this giant of a man, kind of cracks his neck and goes, fine, I like my odds.
Okay.
Let me up, Doc.
All right. How far is he down?
He's missing about 100 hit points. Why are you spinning everywhere?
All right. I can't heal you at that much. I can heal you at 40.
Right, he takes the 40 healing.
How's he not dead?
He's a big, strong guy.
I look at Halleth like, you're cool with this, right?
Halleth, he holds the glaive up and he's grinning. I can feel my vengeance coming. He's not going to be able to hold back much longer.
All right. I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Is that the 40 you're talking about?
And he heals. No, the 40 is lay on hands.
Okay.
That's a pool. It's the 40 no matter what.
Right.
And he heals for another 9.
Okay.
Melannor can do some stuff too.
Right.
I'm gonna try to
Melannor will cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
I'm gonna try to tell the Nautics what happened. With
So
what
he
I
heals for
did.
another 25. And that should be good enough.
I feel much better now. Thanks.
Okay. Now we're gonna back up and let y'all have at it.
I can't explain what happened.
I want to move over here by the exit. By the wall.
Rex kind of moves over here. And Halleth kind of follows close by. All right, so you guys are the players here. Are you wanting me to go through this? This would be quite the epic battle. These two are pretty evenly matched, or I can simply just roll and see what happens.
Go story. I can.
I mean, this would take like an hour if we really wanted to go through this.
Can you summarize?
Well, let me roll a few things and see what we get.
Well, because of how that he comes back 24 hours later.
I'm gonna take a short rest while they fight.
I explained to Nautics that he and his buddy were controlled by a fiend and his buddy got killed.
All right, while you're talking to him, Rex and Halleth go at it. And at first, Halleth, just with its supreme, unearthly strength, just strike blow after blow, and manages to carve wounds into Rex. But Rex comes back with his greatsword, manages to roll very well, and takes Halleth down more than he's ever been down in this whole time you've known him. Halleth's essentially been a walking tank, but at this point, Halleth has finally met an even match, we'd say.
I'm like watching this. I still have some snacks from the last one.
The last campaign.
No.
No, for the last duel.
Oh, right. The snacks from Minda's table. All right, so then as Halleth takes these blows from the greatsword, you see this huge gashes forming in his unarmored body. He swings the glaive a few times and manages to cut into the heavily plate-mailed Rex, and you see the blood start seeping through the seams of the plate mail. And the Halleth is just going unearthly yell and scream as he's fighting, and Rex is like, "Oh, you monster!"
While this is going, I want to cast thaumaturgy to make ominous whispers behind Rex to like distract him.
Okay, I'm going to say that's going to be for Rex. That would be kind of a wisdom save. That's all right. He failed that. So Rex only turns around, and Halleth capitalizes on this. I'm going to say he gets advantage on this next.
But no one knows I did that.
And so as Rex's back turn, you see the glaive slice down between his shoulder blades, and blood gushing at the wound. At this point, they're both heavily injured.
I'm gonna go ahead and distract the guy by when he looked around, I'm gonna like make a little color there with testimoniation with a little blue color with a little
At this point, well, he's going to swing back around with his greatsword, and he's going to slice off Halleth's arm.
Oh!
Halleth's arm goes flying. He still has the glaive in the other arm, but he just kind of looks back at Rex and then goes back into the fight some more.
I'm like,
and it takes Rex aback so much to see him still fighting after losing his arm. And Halleth comes in and stabs him straight through his abdomen with the glaive, all the way through. It comes out the backside. And you see blood cough out of Rex's mouth. And he's grabbing on to both he has one hand on his greatsword, the other hand holding this glaive as it shoves through his abdomen. He's coughing out blood. And Halleth's like right in his face. This undead, eyeball hanging out a little bit, arm missing. And Rex is like, oh! One more roll.
I put a little dancing light in Rex's face.
All right, and with this last roll, Halleth goes, finally the end. And he twists, and he pulls up.
And it gets rid of his heart.
And Rex goes up the front, right through, right past his neck, and whumps over in a spill of innards and blood all over the floor. And Halleth just kind of one arm hanging there, holding the glaive weakly as the other arm's on the ground over there. And he's just cut the ribbons, sliced through. You can see ribs sticking out of his torso where he's been gashed open.
I'm like, so what happens to Halleth now? Did he just fall over dead?
All right. We walk over to Halleth. I say, can rest at peace now, friend.
Halleth kind of drops the glaive there, and as he turns to look at you, he sees smile. And he goes, I go to my end.
Before you go, do you have any last wishes that you want with your remains?
He reaches up with his one arm left, and he grasps the holy symbol of Joaquin as he looks up, and he just closes his eyes, and he fades to dust.
So no last request? Okay.
Nope.
I think you did it to God.
Halleth is no more.
Well, during this, I
Alright.
told the little thingy what happened to
I
his
heard that.
thing.
I go over to the Nauthic then and his poor friend. Say a few words. Say, at least now he can be at peace.
And the Nauthic goes, the worst part is we don't even know what happened. Until you, of course, explain it to him. But he doesn't know how it occurred that way. And he kind of sadly picks up what's left of his buddy and walks toward where the wall of stone is.
Yeah, Melannor clears all that out. The entanglement, wall of stone, all that's clear.
All right, he walks off and we'll say he goes away.
It's not bad.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
That's an encounter. There was one.
That was gross.
Yeah, you like it?
Draken, can you please cast prestidigitation on my glaive before I pick it up?
I do it. Like it has its heart stuck in the edge of it.
Yeah. Thank you, because that's yuck. All right, so I got my glaive back.
I say
+1 glaive.
I say we have ore here. Ore.
Yeah, Rainier's like this whole time he's just like looking at these little pieces of ore, like looking at one. That one's pretty. Let me pick it back.
All right.
I actually asked for it. Technically, no one exactly owns his ore. Can we take it?
I want to go over to Rex there and
Loot him.
kind of kick him a couple of times and loot his body.
All right.
Loot was loud.
So Rex had a +1 great sword.
Oh wow.
He has a light crossbow and 3d6 crossbow bolts. So we roll 3d6. That's how many crossbow bolts he had.
I go look into mine cards. We're rich.
Oh. All right, so that was a crossbow, a light crossbow.
And a +1 great sword.
I got the great sword. Crossbow, light, and 2d6. Do you want to roll that or you want me to?
3d6. Go ahead and roll it, and that's how many crossbow bolts he had on him.
Well, me and Rainier kind of work together to figure out what
10.
the things are.
There are over 1,000 chunks of copper ore in this room.
Oh, they're all copper?
Yeah. Each of them will weigh about 10 pounds and worth about 1 gold each.
So there's 1,000 gold in this room. Can we just push these carts?
They're so old and rusty they cannot move. They are inoperable, rusty mine carts.
And then I can do it a couple times when it's one.
You want to spend the time?
Yeah, I'm like $1,000 is worth it.
There's 10,000 pounds of ore in this room.
Well, I know I mend the mine cart so we can.
All right, you'll spend several hours mending these mine carts.
Well, I cast the cantrip mending a bunch of times.
I understand. It's going to take time. So during that time, there is the fiend in the corner as well.
It's dead.
Yes.
If you're going to
Let's go.
There's also, you find a backpack against the minecart Rainier's located at.
Oh well,
Apparently was Rex's backpack.
that's the one I'm fixing right now. So I'll go
Okay.
ahead and look what's in there.
So within Rex's backpack, you find 30 feet of rope, 2 days worth of food rations, 13 dragons, a flask of oil for the lantern,
I say loot.
and a short sword. If you want to harvest the fiend, it would require a religion check.
All right. 10.
Ooh. So you find a trident.
Obviously.
Is it just a regular trident?
Just a regular trident. Go ahead and roll a 1d6.
5.
Okay, so you find enough material that you could fill 5 vials of ichor from the creature if you wanted to.
Do I have any idea what that would be for?
Well, you know that these creatures, the parts and certain things can be worth things to temples and such for certain ceremonies. Also, some things can have some combat value as well.
Okay, I do have some vials.
So,
That's vial of ichor.
how many vials do you have?
18.
Okay, so you're going to do all 5. You can also get some serum out of this guy. You could do a D4.
2.
All right, so I'll put this in your inventory for you. I have it already ready.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take out 2 more vials. So 6 vials total.
You had 5 of the
7 vials total.
7 vials total.
All right, I already took out the vials, and I already added in the 5 of ichor.
It's actually an actual item that I've added to your inventory.
Oh, it's not the vial of ichor that's the poison in there?
No, it's a different one.
Okay, I'll take that out.
You
I'll
have
take
5 vials of Yugoloth muck
What does that do?
and 2 vials of Yugoloth serum.
What does that do?
So the muck, as a bonus action, you can throw this vial up to 30 feet and it will shatter into a vapor of darkness. And the area within that 15-foot radius becomes pitch black, as if affected by the darkness spell.
Or my candle of darkness.
Yeah. Or alternatively, you could drink it and get advantage on stealth checks while in dim light or darkness for 1 hour.
And then what's the other
Then what? How much does the poison save?
You just have to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
Uh-huh.
And then the serum, when you drink that, you gain resistance to acid and poison damage for 1 hour. And again, DC 10 con save against the
poison that you had to risk?
poison stuff.
All right. Dragon, do you want the serum? Or do you want it all? Because I already have, I can get, already right now I have resistance to acid, but I can switch it out.
I'll take some of that stealth stuff.
You want the Yugoloth muck?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have like +2 to stuff, and I always roll like a 3 for some reason. So I
Okay,
need.
I'll give it all to Dragon. He can hold it. Saves me from carrying it.
I'll give you all 5 of the muck.
Yeah, you can have the other stuff. I just need the muck.
The 2 serums?
Yeah, you can have them if you want.
I'll sell them then. I'll sell them later.
Okay.
Okay. Also from this creature, you can get you can pull out its heart,
Oh,
which could be a useful component.
ow.
Okay.
How would that be useful?
Well, with the Yugoloth heart, if you were to eat it,
Oh,
you could teleport 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, assuming, of course, Halaster allows it.
assuming, of course.
I hate to eat it and not be allowed that.
I can make it taste like cake. It still had the same texture, but I can make it taste like cake.
And then while Draken continues to be mending, you roll 1d4 for me, George.
All right, I just added the Eagle of
You
Heart.
have 500.
I've added it to your inventory already.
This
Oh, I need to take one out then. I rolled a 1.
Okay, one of the claws are salvageable. Could be potentially used as a crafting item, as well as its chitinous hide. So this you can add yourself as a custom thing. Mesoloth claws and hide.
All right, custom item.
Okay, so this took a couple of hours
Well,
as Draken's running around mending all these mine carts.
I'm like, for 1,000 gold, that's fine.
You guys have so much gold already.
I know, but the goblins might think it's pretty cool. Never mind, they probably won't. They'll probably take it. 1 silver each.
Okay, so over this period of time, you've gotten everything you can out of this fiendish creature. Rex, his body is mangled over there. You see the pile of dust that's left from Halleth. And these mine carts are rollable, although they take some effort and they make a lot of noise if they start to roll.
Well,
And we got the stairs to deal with. Oof.
Yep, they're all, you got 10,000 pounds in these 4 mine carts.
no, I don't.
They're about a ton each.
Maybe we can just take what we want right
So
now.
1 gold for
I
every
can barely carry anything now. Come on.
10 pounds for each one each chunk, and it's worth 1 gold each.
Never mind, let's just leave it.
So,
10 pounds for 1 gold. That is not worth it.
all right. So after all this time, as George has gotten himself elbow deep into this fiend over here, Draken's spent all this time mending, and it's like, you know what? Nah.
Well, I try, but I'm like, how am I supposed to be able to do this?
It's true.
I'm like, gonna
Well,
try. I try.
Try
if
what?
you would like, if it's really, how much is it worth?
1,000 gold
1,000 gold total.
if you get all 4.
If you get all of it.
That's probably not going to be worth by a potion of Storm Giant strength.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's definitely not worth a potion of Storm Giant.
Plus, even then, you'd be able to push one of them.
I have 2, so yeah. But then I also have a strength of 5 or 20 myself.
Rainier, he's like looking at all this copper, and we're going, oh, it'd be such a shame just go to waste.
I
Maybe
know.
we could tell the goblins about it, and they can send some people here to get it. Maybe they'll give us a finder's fee.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to like get them a map or something.
Well, I marked the way down.
Okay. Well, before we did this, I found that secret passage thing with the bugbears guarding it. Do you want to go check out that before the end of the day?
What do you think, DM? Is that something we could get through quickly, or is that going to take a little bit of time?
All right, what do you want to do?
The bugbear thing.
The bugbears guarding the thing? It's already midnight.
There is.
I mean, you don't have to go into specifics. You could just be like yay or nay.
Well, I was going to say, as you guys are around the corner, though, you do notice a bunch of rare rats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can take care of these guys first.
Who have been alerted to all the noise and time you spent here in this area. And they kind of come up to you. And as you are rounding the corner, they say, our master would like to speak to you.
Who's your master?
We are the Black Network. And he looks at you as if that should matter.
Sorry, friend. Not ringing a bell.
I say we are not from here.
Formerly known as the Zentarum.
Okay. Okay. Yup.
And why do y'all want to talk with us?
Well, we couldn't help but notice your handiwork. Quite impressive.
So what do you want?
Well, our leader would like to speak to you about a potential job.
Who's your
Last time we checked, the Zentarum weren't exactly our biggest fans.
Well, no, I gotta say who's our leader if it's not Monsoon dude.
Monsoons from the past. Haven't you heard? The Zentarum are gone. We're now the Black Network.
Oh well then.
And it's just a whole network of were-rats.
Oh no, we're just one small piece of the pie.
Is it evil or?
Is it apple pie?
It can be whatever flavor you want, friend.
I say, is it a evil, good, neutral? What type of organization is it?
We do what needs to be
I
done.
like rat pie. Rat pie is pretty good.
We don't want any trouble. If you are wanting to refuse our offer, we'll let you go, no problem.
Well, I think we should at least check it out.
I guess it doesn't hurt to listen.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just so you know, though, our experience with the Zentarum, even though you're not the Zentarum anymore, it's a little jaded.
Understandable. Manshun was a terrible, terrible, evil wizard. We're happy he's gone.
My buddy Rainier here definitely will vouch for that.
Yeah, Rainier goes, cracks his knuckles and says, I wouldn't mind some rat pie myself.
Rat pie, come on. people.
Because I assure you, we're no longer associated with Manshun.
All right, then. We'll lead on.
They lead you back through the Nautics area.
Back. Oh, they go that way.
Through the hole you guys made in the wall of bones. These guys are magic as you go by.
I'll go ahead and shoot
Do a
him.
couple little cantrips.
I do a couple of cantrips.
Yeah, you guys. As you go by.
Is your friend there?
No, you're not sure where he went.
The fifth guy?
And they lead you into this room
Oh.
that was also arcanely locked before. So they all kind of file in with you guys, and you see in the corner of the room a drow. He looks at you as you walk in and goes, these are the adventurers I've heard about. Welcome to the Black Network's headquarters here in Undermountain.